We've been out of touch for a while. I mean, that's my recollection of it. But I'm thinking about freedom, see? Because if anything that I've gotten to know about you, you stand for individual freedom. The ability to, go into the world and check out things and, have your own thoughts and have your own questions. And no restraints, any hint of, some kind of outside absolute, something outside of the individual will be, taken as a threat. The point being about freedom, and that I've heard you throughout the many months that I've seen you and seen your videos and heard, indirectly other people's commentary, that you're promoting freedom, you're promoting, unrestrained, oppressed, suppressed, none of that on the expression of an individual's journey, through life. And I see you as symbolizing an advocate of that. Okay? And let me give you some examples. When I asked you about participating in the presidency of YouTube to create some kind of a group structure, you were not inclined to go along with it. Okay, I don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I asked you at that juncture of history. I asked you to get involved. I asked you with the concept of you running for president. I did this, and I hope you remember, because this is on the record and other people know. What you did was respond that we don't need a president. In fact, you implied that we don't even need a president in the real world. Now this I'm going to tie in with your whole attitude and philosophy about freedom of the individual. You don't want any outside absolutes, which would include authorities or structure to a group, a hierarchical, some kind of a power play, a chief with Indians. You don't see life that way. You don't want to see life that way. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm could be using the wrong words. I need to get a language going here. That's what I need. So I mean, this is just the opening of a conversation. So we'll see where it goes, because you know as well as I do about words. You see, we're talkers. First we're thinkers, we're talkers, and this is how we express what's going on somewhere. I mean, you actually believe, like I do. I think we're on the same page with this, that the individual exists outside the body. Like other than the body. Not saying outside, like somewhere, down the highway somewhere. I'm saying that what we really are, exists in and of itself, other than this, what you can see, sense, taste, smell, feels, here. It is something that's within. It's like unseen. It's not physical. It is the thought, the mind. It is the person. And I lost my train of thought. You see, this is what happens with freedom. Okay, let me just give you something controversial here, controversial for the sake of getting this going, because I think that we can have a lot in common. I think that we will find things that we agree on, but I think what's most important is to hash out the thing that is not understood. Like, I think there's some things that I understand that you don't understand as far as the truth of our reality. Okay, let's just put it that way. That's controversy in itself, because that's like, I don't know, maybe that's not a challenge to you. But this is my point, is that I can understand where you're coming from, but with a grain of salt. The world that we live in is not a reality of absolute freedom, of 100% freedom, of infinite freedom. That's not the reality we live in. I think you're seriously lacking in being able to accept that we have a lot of restrictions, and the reason why we have law and order to our reality, and I'm talking about the civilization, I'm talking about the way society operates,